The stench of dead bodies. You need the stench of dead bodies, man. That's how it's gonna be. You're gonna be walking in that day, also, you know what I'm saying? Quiet as hell. You see how it's quiet right now? It's gonna be even quieter than that. It's gonna be quiet. You ain't gonna hear no one's voice. You're not gonna hear no people. You're not gonna see nobody. Nothing. Nothing. Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing. You ain't gonna see no cars driving. There's not gonna be no power. Nothing. Alright? It says, and there shall be no man to comfort them. Exactly. There gonna be no people to come. You're probably gonna see a lady. You might run into a lady crying in the street. She might be, because she's seen her whole family get deleted. You know what I'm saying? Like in the book of Eli, man. Eli was traveling, okay? When Eli was traveling, in the book of Eli, he was traveling, okay? And he was on top of the bridge. And then there was a biker gang. They took out the old man and the woman, okay? Deleted the guy, and you already know what they did with the woman, man. Okay, you already know what they did with the woman. I ain't even gotta say it. Okay, and she was old too. They didn't give a damn. Alright? Yo, man, I'm telling you. You already know these people, man. They fantasize about that shit too. They just waited. Even these people, they fantasize it. Okay? Like the sit-down I did. These people will be given to a reprobate mind. They're gonna be doing some crazy shit in that day, man. Okay? Because even like in the movie The Purge, let's bring it back up again. Not even just the elites were bugging. These people were bugging too. They were ready. They went to the store, bought the guns. They got all the knives. Okay? And then even there was a part in the movie where they had a radio host, and they were talking about people that said, "Oh, are you ready for the purge?" And the guy said, "Yeah, I'm gonna get my effing boss. He has it coming." These people are literally premeditating what they're gonna do. They were premeditating they're gonna get their boss at the job. They're probably gonna get their cousin back for stealing money from that. Yo, that's how they're gonna be moving out here, man. These people are gonna be doing it for fun, okay? Because by default, you're gonna have to adjust to that type of lifestyle. Okay, these people are gonna have to adjust to that type of lifestyle. So if people are just going out here doing it for sport and doing it for fun, they're gonna have to adjust to that. Whether you're participating or you gotta defend yourself, you're gonna have to adjust to that, man. Okay? Yo, man. Oh shit. It says, for the earth shall be wasted and the city shall be cast down. Okay? Cities be cast down meaning destroyed. So say you go downtown in whatever city you're in, Chicago, okay? Washington, Toronto, there ain't gonna be no sign of life. It's gonna be dead. And you're gonna go to a store, you're gonna be looking for food, you ain't gonna be able to find it. You're gonna go in the grocery store, that's looted, and whatever is left is gonna be rotten. And even then, you're gonna see people eating that. People are gonna be going to the trash can looking for food. People are gonna be killing weird animals like squirrels and dogs. They're gonna be eating that up. People are gonna eat their pets. People are gonna eat their grandmother that's on a respirator, a breathing respirator, and she needs, they're taking care of them and shit. They're gonna be eating their grandmothers, man. People are gonna be eating their babies, man. All right. This says, and the city shall be cast down, verse 24, and there shall be no man left till the earth can sow it, which is crops. Basically, there's gonna be no man to cut the grass. You see how behind me the grass is cut? Routinely, you have contractors that come out and cut the grass. Ain't gonna be none of that, man. The grass gonna be tall as hell. It's gonna look like a jungle. Okay? You're gonna be seeing cars with dust, windows smashed in. You know what I'm saying? Literally looking like a post-apocalyptic world. Like something happened, like something came and swept the earth of all the humans. A lot of people are gonna be drafted over there. A lot of people are gonna be hiding. It's like I said last week. Okay, a lot of people are gonna be hiding in the damn ground. They're gonna be hiding. They're just gonna be scared to come out and go out and walk out because they don't know what's gonna wait them. Okay? Even in The Walking Dead, man, they said the worst people it wasn't the walkers, it was the other humans, because they were so cooked mentally. Those people were cooked mentally, man. Alright? Verse 25, the tree shall not give fruit, who shall gather them? The grapes shall be ripe, verse 26, the grapes shall be ripened, and who shall tread them? For all the plagues shall be desolate of men. Verse 27, so that one man shall desire to see another and hear his voice. There we go. Okay? They're going to want to hear another, just a human. People are going to be so lonely. Okay? Which is also why Isaiah 4:1 is going to happen too. Okay? You can imagine what's going to happen to women in that day. What's going to happen to kids. Imagine a kid's parents get deleted. What's going to happen to that kid? Okay? What happens to a woman that has no man, who has no comfort, who has no protector? What do you think is going to happen to that woman, man? If men are going to be getting destroyed, what do you think is going to happen to the lesser vessels, the children, the women, the elderly? What do you think is going to happen to them? You do the math. All right? It says, verse 28, for the city shall be, there shall be 10 left, and in the field there shall be, and 2 shall be left in the field, which shall hide themselves in thick groves. Thick groves are bushes, trees, wilderness, rocks. People are going to be hiding. Okay, people are going to be hiding, man. They're going to be literally purposely hiding in the ground. Yo, man, these people, I'm telling you. Because these people are they probably seen a bunch of things that happened. Okay, and they're going to be in shock. They're going to be scared. They're going to be traumatized. They can't just walk out free. Okay? They probably see another person eating another person, literally bugging out. They probably seen someone get shot down the street by a mercenary group or something. You know, that's literally what's going to be happening in America. There's literally groups on Facebook right now. Groups of mercenaries that are, they're post-apocalyptic prepping and all that. Groups and communities on Facebook right now. Y'all can go look right now. Okay, the doomsday prep groups on Facebook right now. Verse 29, it says, as in the orchard of olives upon the tree, there are 3 left. There are 3 left 3 and 4 olives. Verse 30. Whereas when the vineyard is gathered, there are left clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Verse 31. Even so in the days shall there 3 or 4 be left in them that search the houses with the sword. Exactly, sedition among men. There will be 4 people, like a little gang of people, going door to door, breaking in and taking what you have. And don't have don't have no generator in that day. Don't have a generator going. Don't be cooking some nice steak in that day. You already know what's going to happen to you. Okay? Alright? Those people going to get packed up real quick. Those type of people, they going to get packed up real quick. Alright? Verse 32, it says, and the earth shall be laid to waste, and the field thereof shall wax old, and her ways and paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man traveled through there through, right? There's going to be a scarcity of men. Okay, I did a video on that last year. There's going to be a scarcity of men. Literally a scarcity of men. Like Ukraine. Okay, they had a whole bunch of women left in Ukraine, and all those women left Ukraine to go look for husbands in other countries. They went to different parts of Europe. They came to America. America literally, I think it was 2 years, 2024, because that's when the actual worship began. That an influx of Ukrainian women literally coming to America. What do you think they were coming to America for? They're looking for men. Okay? Because all their men got drafted into war. All their men disappeared. They had even their husbands. It got so bad that they were picking up teenagers and old veterans off the street. If they were eligible and they were able-bodied, they got sent to war, man. That's the same thing that's gonna happen here. The same thing that's happening here, man. They will send the veterans back, and even though those veterans are mentally disabled, they're gonna send them back into war. They're gonna send all them YNs. They're gonna send those little gangsters that like to pop and kill people. They're gonna send prisoners to war. What do you think is gonna happen to the women and children here, guys? Chill. Verse 33, the virgin shall mourn having no bridegrooms, and the woman shall mourn having no husbands. Their daughter shall mourn having no helpers. Verse 34, in the war shall their bridegroom be destroyed. Exactly, those men are going to be destroyed. They're going to go to war and not come back. They're going to go to war and not come back. They ain't coming back, man. Okay? They ain't coming back. That's how Esau going to bribe y'all too. You're going to be like, yo, if you go, you'll come back with a pension. You'll get a house. You already know these people are dying to get a house now. Can't even buy a house nowadays. Esau gonna bribe you, man. He gonna bribe you. Okay? And he knows a lot of y'all ain't gonna come back anyway. None of you. I'm not even gonna say it. Some of y'all ain't gonna come back. All y'all ain't coming back. All of y'all ain't coming back. Not one of y'all coming back. Because World War III is the end all be up, man. Y'all are going to the Valley of Jehoshaphat. In Hebrew, that means Yahawashi, which means Yahawah's final decision. The Lord's final decision is going to be made there, which is going to be your deletion. Okay? Your destruction is going to be in World War III, man. It's not just these nations getting ravished and destroyed. It's going to be people, too. y'all be gonna get decimated over here, man. All right. Verse 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord power. Verse 36. Behold, the word of the Lord receive and believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Verse 37. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, which means they're close. When the Lord says draw nigh, meaning that they're close. And are not slack, meaning they ain't gonna have mercy. They ain't gonna take its time. It's gonna consume. Again, like we said, these plagues are gonna be like a virus. It's gonna consume everybody. Okay? Alright? The elect will obviously be protected, and also the standard, because there's gonna be a standard lifted. Okay? Right? You're gonna have people cleaving onto the elect. Okay? Whoever they may be out there listening and learning, of course. Okay? We also gonna have the standard. You're gonna have Judah, all the tribes gonna raise up. Okay, you already have Jacob's tribes. What's gonna happen? These tribes gonna raise up. Okay, they're gonna raise up. All right, you already know what's gonna happen with that. All right, you're gonna have civil war within America. You're gonna have race wars and all that. Yeah, hell yeah. Race against race. You're gonna have class wars and stuff. Rich against poor. You're gonna have these poor people. They're gonna start going to the suburbs, start taking people. They're gonna start breaking in people's houses. They're gonna start breaking in people's houses, man. That's what the Lord says. Sedition among men. All right. Verse 39 says, even so shall the plagues not be slack to come upon earth. The world shall mourn and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. So again, every side meaning every corner of the earth, east, south, west. The plagues gonna sweep across the world. Alright? Similar to what Stephen was. Okay? 10 times worse than that. Because there's gonna be multiple plagues all at once. There's gonna be 10,000 plagues all at once. Okay? That's the Lord saying you should not be able to escape. How are you going to escape 20 plagues that the Lord will bring? How? Alright? The Lord's going to offer recovery for his elect, and that's about it. Alright? That is about it. Alright? So that man, we're going to praise and glory. That's in heaven, Father, Son, Yahawashi, Messiah. Double honest and honest apostles of God. No story, no time was true. And this is suicide teaching to light. No excuse worth the truth. That's the seed of his God. Until next time, I'm going to say shalom. You guys are fine.